Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're heading to the heart of movie magic, Universal Studios Hollywood, perched on the hills above Los Angeles. It's more than just a theme park, it's a working movie studio, a cultural icon, and the birthplace of the studio tour that inspired theme parks around the world. So how did it all begin? Let's roll the film. Our story starts in 1912, when a man named Carl Laemmle, a German immigrant who'd been running Nickelodeons in Chicago, decided to get into the movie business in a big way. He formed the Universal Film Manufacturing Company, later known simply as Universal Pictures. In 1915, Laemmle officially opened Universal City, buying a 230-acre ranch in the hills north of Los Angeles, near the little town of Hollywood. It was the largest film production facility in the world at the time, with open-air stages, movie sets, and all the livestock you'd need to shoot westerns or biblical epics. But here's the twist. From the very beginning, Laemmle wanted the public to see how movies were made. As early as 1915, he invited visitors to come watch the filming process, charging just 25 cents, which included a boxed chicken lunch. So long before Disneyland, Universal was already giving people a peek behind the scenes of Hollywood magic. For the next few decades, Universal cranked out silent films and then talkies, from Lon Chaney horror classics to screwball comedies. The studio lot kept expanding, building new soundstages and elaborate outdoor sets. But by the 1930s, the novelty of watching movies being made wore off a bit, and the studio tour stopped. Universal focused on filmmaking, churning out legends like Dracula, Frankenstein, and later Psycho. Fast forward to the 1960s. Hollywood tourism was booming, and Universal wanted in. So in 1964, they brought back the idea of letting the public visit. Only this time, it wasn't just to watch a director yell action. They launched the official Universal Studios tour, offering tram rides through real sets and soundstages. Guests could drive past the Psycho house, see western streets used in countless TV shows, and maybe even catch a glimpse of a star at work. It was an instant hit. Universal kept adding fun little thrills, like staged fights, collapsing bridges, and the famous flash flood scene. By the 1970s, it evolved beyond just a backlot tour into a full-fledged theme park with live shows and attractions. In 1976, they opened the Jaws experience, where a giant mechanical shark lunged out of the water at the tram, scaring guests half to death. It was one of the first immersive ride segments, setting the stage for more. Then came the King Kong encounter in 1986, with a massive animatronic Kong attacking the tram inside a dark soundstage. Guests loved it, and Universal realized it could blend movie magic with theme park thrills in a way nobody else had done. The park kept growing through the 1990s. They added standalone rides like Back to the Future, the ride in 1993, which used motion simulators and big screens to make you feel like you were flying through time in a DeLorean. They followed up with the Jurassic Park River Adventure in 1996, a groundbreaking water ride featuring towering animatronic dinosaurs and a final drop that soaked riders and left them cheering. But Universal Studios Hollywood wasn't just about thrills, it stayed true to its filmmaking roots. The studio tour remained the heart of the experience, constantly updating with new movie sets, prop cars, and effects. Even the disasters that struck the park became part of its story. In 2008, a huge fire broke out on the backlot, destroying parts of the King Kong attraction, sets, and video archives. But Universal rebuilt, adding the spectacular King Kong 363D experience created by Peter Jackson, which put guests in the middle of a Kong vs. T-Rex battle using massive 3D screens. In the 2010s, Universal Studios Hollywood doubled down on immersive worlds. In 2012, they opened Transformers, the ride 3D, blending motion simulation, massive screens, and practical sets for a jaw-dropping adventure through a robot war zone. Then in 2016, they unveiled the wizarding world of Harry Potter, bringing the streets of Hogsmeade, the Hogwarts Castle, and Butterbeer to Southern California. The signature ride, Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, used robotic arm tech to whisk guests through scenes with Dementors and dragons, a huge leap forward in ride design. All along, Universal kept adding to the studio tour, too. They introduced Fast and Furious, Supercharged, which puts guests into a high-speed street race using huge wraparound screens and vibrating trams. It's this mix, part real working movie studio, part cutting-edge theme park, that makes Universal Studios Hollywood so special. Today, Universal Studios Hollywood welcomes over 9 million guests a year. It's still very much a place where movies and TV shows are filmed, but it's also a must-see attraction for visitors from all over the world. You can walk through Springfield from The Simpsons, get chased by raptors, cast spells with a wand, or see the actual courthouse square from Back to the Future. And every fall, it transforms for Halloween Horror Nights, with terrifying mazes based on everything from The Walking Dead to Stranger Things. But at its core, Universal Studios Hollywood is all about the movies. It's where you can ride through the streets of a New York backlot, then look across the hill and spot real sound stages where today's blockbusters are being filmed. It's a place that celebrates storytelling, from silent film cowboys to giant battling robots, and invites you to step inside the scenes. So from Carl Laemmle's chicken lunch tours in 1915 to the epic rides and lands of today, Universal Studios Hollywood's story is one of reinvention, imagination, and keeping the spirit of movie magic alive. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this trip through the history of Universal Studios Hollywood, give it a like, subscribe for more theme park and pop culture stories, and drop a comment telling us your favorite Universal ride or memory, whether it's screaming on Jurassic Park or sipping a butterbeer by Hogwarts. We'll see you in the next one, and until then, keep the camera